Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining Synapses webinar. I'm Yijun, member of Project Synapses 2021, and I'll be your MC for today. Founded in 2016, Project Synapses organized public events and raised funds to call for the public attention on and synthesis towards cerebral palsy and strive to create a more friendly, convenient, and discrimination-free environment for our clients. With a group of determined and self-giving people, we have attained fruitful achievements for the past years. Hence, for this year, despite all the constraints under the COVID-19 pandemic, we seek for new opportunities to serve our clients and promote public awareness. Without further saying, let us welcome Silu and Jiayu from Project Synapses Events Committee to help us understand more about cerebral palsy, our team, as well as our objectives this year. Silu and Jiayu, please.
Thank you. I'm Jiayu. Now let me introduce what is cerebral palsy, so you can have a better understanding of this group of people. So cerebral palsy is basically a group of disorders that affect movement, muscle tone, or postures, which is mainly caused by abnormal brain development or damage to the brain. This will occur both congenitally, which means by birth, or later on in life, but the majority of the cases are congenital brain damage. There are some examples of the causes in the table. There are 4 types of cerebral palsy, classified by the kind of movement affected, the body parts affected, and how severe the symptoms are. The first one is spastic cerebral palsy. It makes up about 70% to 80% of cases. The muscles are stiff, and as a result, the movement can be awkward. The second kind is dyskinetic cerebral palsy. People with dyskinetic cerebral palsy have problems controlling the movement of their hands, arms, feet, and legs. It is pretty difficult for them to sit and walk. The third one is ataxic cerebral palsy. People with ataxic cerebral palsy have problems with balance and coordination. They might be unsteady when they walk, and they often experience tremors and have difficulty speaking. And the last one is mixed cerebral palsy. Some people have symptoms of more than one type of cerebral palsy. The most common type is spastic dyskinetic, which means it has the symptoms of the first 2 types. There's no cure for cerebral palsy, but treatment can improve the lives of those who have the condition. Common treatments include medicines, surgeries, braces, and so on. No single treatment is the best one for all people, so the doctors need to make a unique therapeutic schedule for every patient in order to cater to their own condition. Common symptoms are lack of balance and muscle coordination, epilepsy, pain, and osteopenia. The stiffness in muscle interferes with the functions such as walking and speaking. It may also cause pain and makes people fragile. Some may also have intellectual disabilities. There are no official statistics about the number of people with cerebral palsy in Singapore, but there are 17 million people with cerebral palsy globally, which is still an astonishing number. This group of people suffer from the pain and difficulties that we cannot even imagine, yet they are still optimistic and love their lives as we do. That is why we want to initiate more people to help and support them in order to improve their lives. Thank you.
Thank you, Jiayu. Hi, I'm Xilu. Just now, Jiayu mentioned about some basic information about cerebral palsy. Now I'm going to introduce Cerebral Palsy Alliance Singapore, CPAS, which is a charity organization in Singapore that aims to help patients with cerebral palsy to live a better life. Okay, so let's start by first watching a video about CPAS.
Can't sleep?
Yeah.
Want to hear a bedtime story?
begin?
Yeah.
Once upon a time, there was a little girl named Susie. She was born with cerebral palsy.
What's cerebral palsy?
Cerebral palsy is a physical disability that affects movement and posture, which means she cannot move around as easily.
Oh no, she must be so sad.
She was, but she never let that get her down. She joined Cerebral Palsy Alliance Singapore, CPAS, where there are professionals to help her overcome her disabilities. She made many friends there too.
How did CPAS help Susie and her friends?
CPAS has fully integrated programs and therapy services to support and empower persons with cerebral palsy and multiple disabilities. EPIC at CPAS provides early intervention for children aged 6 months to 6 years old. CPAS School serves students from 7 to 18 years old, equipping them with a holistic education in areas of living, learning, and working. DAC provides daycare for adults aged 18 to 55 years old who require higher support and nurtures their self-help skills through a balanced and structured curriculum. GROW is a sheltered workshop providing vocational training and employment. They also have an extensive range of specialized services, including occupational therapy, physiotherapy, psychological services, speech therapy, and an assistive technology hub.
Wow, with so many services in place, won't it cost a lot of money?
Yes, everything needs money and it can be tough in the long run. But thanks to support from corporate organizations and the public, all these are made possible.
What if I also want to help? Do I just give them my piggy bank?
No, silly. Let Mummy log on to cpas.org.sg to find out more.
Well, I personally find it a very cute video. After watching it, I believe now you have a better understanding of CPAS. CPAS was established in 1957. It has a very long history. During the years, CPAS has served numerous patients. It has done a great job in leading CP patients to live a fulfilled and meaningful life. Here are the vision and mission of CPAS. Just a quick review about the 4 main programs provided by CPAS mentioned in the video. Firstly, early intervention program for infants and children. So basically, it caters to children under age 6. It provides programs and services to develop children's mainly physical abilities and other education required. And secondly, CPAS School is a double-session special education school. Basically, students will learn academic knowledge like language, life skills, and arts. CPAS School also provides vocational and physical education to develop students holistically. Goodwill Rehabilitation and Occupational Workshop is mainly for adults. Just as its name suggests, it is to equip them with relevant skills and knowledge for work. Last but not the least, Day Activity Center. It's for patients aged 18 to 55 years old. It offers various curricula and services to enrich clients' lives. So above is a brief introduction about CPAS. You can find more information about it on its official website.
Thank you, Silu. Now, I'm going to introduce a project we have done in 2018 and 19. In 2018 and 19, we have held over 25 events. 976 volunteers, mostly students from different schools, participated in, and we have totally raised $23,919.81 for people with cerebral palsy. We also used intensive advertising, including posters, Ins posts, and WeChat posts. We share information about our street sales and other events through these platforms, so as to attract people and encourage them to participate. For fundraising, we held street sale in different stations like Boogies, Jurong East, Novena, and Bedok. Small products such as pens, accessories, and t-shirts are sold to attract passers-by to buy and donate. Special events like the National Day Special Sale was held in 2019. We sold light balloons, our own merchandise, and national flags as well as face painting for the passers-by. The Avengers keychains and the light balloons are the most popular ones. Apart from that, events like public education, artwork exhibition, mass painting, and charity street busking are also carried out to raise awareness among people and raise funds for the ones with cerebral palsy. Due to the unexpected pandemic last year, we did not conduct any events. However, this year we have much to expect and be carried out.
So, what can we expect in this year's Project Synapses? Firstly, for Events Committee, we will be doing a charity gala this year. This will be in the form of online charity show. There will be performances by our OT, volunteers, and CP people. Also, we're planning to organize online fundraising by using platforms like Carousel and Instagram. In case you felt a bit confused, Carousel is the online selling platform where we're planning to sell our customized products, and I will explain the details later. Thirdly, if circumstances allowed, this year we will be having physical volunteering at CPAS. And this is mainly targeted at students. Yeah, so if you're watching this video and you happen to be a student, do join us as it's a fantastic CIP opportunity for you. Also, if you are interested in this, but if you are not a student, don't worry. We also accept intake from the general public. So volunteers at CPAS will mainly be doing interactive activities with CP people like singing, chatting, and tour and games with them. Last but not the least, we'll be holding moving exhibitions, just like those Jiayu mentioned above. This will mainly be in the form of donation stations, where participants can participate in interactive activities like those simulating CP struggles. And for publicity committee, we will be posting minimum one post every 2 weeks. Below is our Synapses Instagram account and WeChat account. And secondly, a given SG account will be registered this year, and we will create quizzes about CP on WeChat platform. So feel free to join these quizzes, and you can even win money. And by the way, do follow our IG accounts and WeChat accounts. These two accounts are very good accounts where you can find information, knowledge about CP, and also our past year achievements and events. Okay, so next is the donation part. Where can you support us? Here is our official IG account. You can scan the QR code to follow us if you haven't done so. And as I mentioned just now, we will be posting link to our products on our IG account soon. So do remember to follow us and pick your favorite items to support our beneficiaries. And what will we sell this year? Here is a brief product overview. First of all, coasters. We have dedicated coasters with our Project Synapses logo, like those two shown on the screen, designed by our talented members from publicity section. And secondly, notebooks. Here is just a sample view of our notebooks, and our notebooks will come in many different colors, and besides the logo on the notebook, we'll also add special designs on it. So look forward to it. Yeah, and here comes my favorite product, canvas bags. On the screen is the creative art pieces of our beneficiaries, and we will print them on the side of cloth bags to make canvas bags. These are also environmentally friendly bags, so you are highly encouraged to purchase them. Alternatively, you can donate directly to CPAS. Here is QR code. You can scan it to donate. In case if you are a bit concerned about the usage of your donation, here is where your donation will be used. Basically, your donation will mainly help to purchase facilities and equipment for our patients. For example, here we can see $20 donation can purchase a specialized beer bottle kit to help those with oral motor difficulties. And your donation can really make a difference to those who are in need. Thank you for listening. Now I will give my time back to MC.
Thanks, Shiru and Jiayu, for the exciting presentation. I hope the presentation was useful and interesting for you. Now it's time for Q&A. If you have any questions for us, please raise them up during this session. So now I will render the time to Yalun from Events Committee. He will answer all the questions and run a Kahoot game later on. So Yalun, please.
sorry for the delay. Okay, so now we'll have this Q&A session now. So if you have any question regarding our presentation just now, feel free to type it in our YouTube live chat. I'll answer your questions accordingly. So I'll wait for 5 minutes before after the Q&A session, we'll have an exciting Kahoot game. Okay, I've seen some questions in the chat, so I'll wait until we have more questions, then I'll answer them together. So feel free to type your questions in our YouTube live chat. Okay, so now I'll answer some of the questions from you guys. Hope that you guys can be informed about our activities and the plans this year during the presentation. And now some of the questions are, okay, let's look at the first one. Okay, from Guava Orchard, your question is, how will the products be priced? As you have seen in our presentation, we have all kinds of products that are very nice, and they will be priced at a reasonable price as well. So for coasters, it will be around $1 to $2. Okay, for some it may be if the design is more complicated and more delicate, the price may be a bit higher, but the price should be relatively cheap. It should be kept below $5 per coaster. For other products, as mentioned in the presentation, like shopping bags, they'll all be priced at a reasonable price. So if you want to check the price of each product, we will be posting more information about the product in our Instagram chat. So if you're interested, please subscribe to our Instagram account. Thank you. Okay, the second question. Are you recruiting volunteers? Where can I register if I would like to take part? Okay, so as mentioned, this year is very different from previous years, where we can actually hold physical sessions and interact with CPAS clients that we help. But unfortunately, due to COVID situation, we have to adhere to SMM measures. So there is limited volunteering opportunities. There is one that that is planned. We will have a physical session that volunteers can go and visit CPAS and interact with them. We'll plan some activities like singing, playing games, and talking. So these volunteering sessions, more information about these volunteering sessions will be posted in our Instagram account. So stay tuned. And the registration link and information will be sent in the chat as well, in the Instagram account as well. Okay. Kingsland said, can we just go to Kahoot? Okay, seems like everyone is looking forward to the fun game. Okay, so maybe we'll start the Kahoot right now. This is a game 73570. Maybe you can type the pin number and you can join our call. I'll wait until 2:35 with more players again. Okay. Okay, I'll wait for one last minute. Okay. Everyone just can't wait to play the game. Last question. Okay, I think we'll start now. Okay, so I'll explain each question after each question lah. So we don't just play the game. We also need to know what we can learn from this Kahoot game. So is cerebral palsy a physical disorder or a mental disorder? So it is a physical disorder because it impacts coordination and muscle tone. It is also true that it affects motor skills such as movement, balance, and posture. However, cerebral palsy is not a mental disorder. In fact, not all cerebral palsy people has intellectual disabilities, or some may actually have symptoms. It's not because of the physical. It's not because of cerebral palsy itself. Okay, so we move on to the next question. Nice, YFC is leading. Okay, for question 2, most of you get it right. Which of the following about how people with cerebral palsy communicate is true? Yes, only 1 in 4 people with cerebral palsy are unable to speak. That's like 25% of the population with cerebral palsy. So second one, eye gaze control technology can better help them convey their wants. Yes, this is true. So as you may know, eye gaze control technology is a very expensive technology that can be equipped to cerebral palsy people. So yeah, that's also the reason why we are trying to raise funds, because they need this kind of technology, which is expensive, but this technology can help them greatly in their life. And we need to be more patient when communicating with them. This is also true. And for the third option, they can never communicate with other people. This is obviously not true. Okay, this question is quite obvious. I've explained in question 1 that not all people with cerebral palsy has an intellectual disability. Oh, who is this? Hi. Okay. Okay, so this question needs some explanation. Many of you actually get it right. Cerebral palsy does not affect fertility, and it is not hereditary. Many may believe that cerebral palsy are like born with a person. They believe that the cause of cerebral palsy is that the baby does not has not enough oxygen when the mom is giving birth. So it may be true, but that is not the only cause of cerebral palsy. But in fact, it's not the main cause, and it's not hereditary also. Okay, after 4 questions, hi, Raymond FH and YFC are leading. Okay, nice. Let's see. Okay, most of you get it right. Which of the following should not be how we treat people with cerebral palsy? So when we are interacting with a person with cerebral palsy, maybe your friend, it is really important that we don't look at him or her differently. So we should not exclude him or her from your social group, and instead we should have more patience when talking to him or her, help him or her out when there is a need, and treat him or her the same way you do to anyone else, so that they won't feel excluded. Okay, most of you get it right. So what is the full name of CPAS is Cerebral Palsy Alliance Singapore. Well, it is true that cerebral palsy actively help people with CP and the community as well. And it is also true that cerebral palsy provides assistance to people with cerebral palsy. And yes, it is also true that cerebral palsy helps children, CPAS helps children with cerebral palsy with their learning because they might have some difficulty because of their symptoms. So yeah, but anyway, well, the other three options looks correct, but the official name of CPAS is Cerebral Palsy Alliance Singapore. Ooh, someone is having a win streak of 6. Nice. Okay. For this question, which of the following is not true about CPAS? Yes, the first option, CPAS is a newly established social agency and has a history of 10 years. While this is the one that is not true about CPAS. CPAS actually has around 60 years of history. So it's a long-living social agency, and it has been serving the community and the society for long. For other options, CPAS seeks to inspire hope in the hearts of people with cerebral palsy. CPAS delivers fully integrated programs and services at high standard, and CPAS aims to advocate equal opportunities for people with cerebral palsy. Okay, this question is easy because every option is correct. So, what is the purpose of our project, which is Project Synapses? We are trying to raise awareness of cerebral palsy. We are trying to clear discrimination towards cerebral palsy community. We're also trying to raise funds for CPAS and the cerebral palsy community. And yes, all of the above is true. Wow, giving straight of 8. Okay, let's see. We have come to the last question, question 9. Okay, so which committee plays the most important role in Project Synapses? Well, let me introduce about our 3 committees. So in case you guys actually missed the part in the presentation, events committee, which I'm in, we are in charge of all the events and fundraising as well that we are going to carry out this year. So for this one, Synapses webinar is actually our first event in the year. So yeah, seems like we have a good start. For publicity committee, they are trying to raise awareness, raise the publicity of our project, and raise awareness of cerebral palsy as well. So for logistics committee, they are the accountants of our project. So they are in charge of all the funds, where the funds go, when the funds come in, how much we have. So yeah, basically everything about money. But despite all the differences, all the different fields that we are in charge, all 3 committees are equally important because we cooperate with each other, and with one less, we can't the whole project can't function normally. Okay, let's see the winners. We have Chai shot single. Number 2, we have Raymond. The top 9. Okay. Congratulations, winner. Although I don't really have a ticket for you. Okay. Okay, it is an exciting game. I hope that you guys have learned much more about cerebral palsy with today's presentation and this Kahoot session. We have come to an end to this Synapses webinar. Okay, hope you guys have enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and stay tuned to our Instagram account and WeChat account as well. Okay, so with that being said, hope you guys have a meaningful and enjoyable session, and hope you guys have a nice day. Okay, bye bye. Thank you for coming.